Well, is it a big deal that districts are redrawn every 10 years? I mean, everybody still has representation.
Yeah, city council districts. So let's ask our expert, political analyst John Dadian is here to tell us what exactly happened yesterday and what this means for San Diego.
Good morning.
Hey.
It is a big deal.
It is. Okay, let's get that out of the way right up front.
Absolutely.
For people to say, oh, what's the big deal? I still have a council person that represents me.
And what happened last night, the reason that we're here this morning, is last night the Redistricting Commission for the City of San Diego finalized their plan. So literally in 30 days, those new districts will become the law, and those will be taking effect. According to the city attorney, there's some question when they'll take effect, but it'll basically be after the next election. So the council members right now will keep their districts until the 2012 election.
So they added another seat, and this actually changed the district lines. So explain exactly where this added district will be and how the lines have now changed.
Well, basically, the new district is parts of 4 other old districts because, again, they had to add it. And this is because of the new mayor, the strong mayor form changes that they had to go back to an odd number of districts. But basically, it's in the college area as a new district. And it's really interesting because it looks like the main candidate going to run for that office is current Councilwoman Marty Emerald, who's now in Council District 7, but now she'll be running District 9.
Well, that's a great point. Let's talk about, folks, when the lines are redrawn, there are council members who will no longer be living in the districts that they currently represent, or they won't be living in their new district, I should put it that way, when the lines are redrawn. So what do? Do they have to move so that they can get into the district that they will be representing?
Well, all I have to do is call U-Haul. There's of course a big formula that they had, a lot of aspects the commission had to look at. They could not consider an incumbent's residency. So in other words, incumbents did not get any advantage. So, some current council members that will be affected that are up this year is Councilman Todd Gloria. He's represented mostly the Hillcrest area. Now he's going to have still part of that, but mostly a downtown district.
But his home will no longer be in his district.
Not in his current district. That's absolutely right. 2 years from now, Councilwoman Lori Zaff, now she's going to have to make a decision whether or not she stays where her home is in basically new district or moves into a new district. And then you have other implications.
Does this change their term limits by chance?
Well, it's interesting that several outlets of the media have asked the city attorney's office, and the city attorney has not rendered a formal opinion yet because of the way that I read it, term limits are based on the district. So use Councilwoman Marty Emerald, for example. She's served a term in District 7 right now. She'll be running District 9. Can she run for 2 terms in District 9? That's a question that only the city attorney can answer, and it hasn't been answered yet.
Interesting. What other implications are you seeing here?
Well, again, for example, the Kevin Faulkner's current district, a lot of people complained for years that it was a combination of both downtown and a Bay Area. Now it's mostly a bit the Bay District, et cetera, and there's really a downtown district. So I think that's good. They tried to look at things such as compactness and community of interest. Linda Vista, for example, consider themselves one community, but they're split, but it's not as bad as it originally was. They tweaked it a little bit last night, but very minor changes.
What's interesting here is they've had 44 public meetings on this since last October trying to get opinions. Are the vast majority of people happy about the way that these new lines have been drawn? Because there certainly was a lot of people that felt that they were underrepresented on the council. I
think the vast majority are happy. And again, analysts, as far as whether or not there were fair districts or whether or not there was biasness, everybody pretty seems to think that the commission did a relatively good job. The point you made, Heather, about 44 meetings, I think that's an important point.